Hi, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome yes to another segment of Kush Moments podcast. It's been a moment since we last spoke, I've been here and about, and I came back with a fresh mind. Her name is Senje. Yeah, I don't know why she calls herself Senje. I really want to know, but she just told me she's Senje. So, welcome, Senje.
Thank you, Paula. My name is Senje. She nicknamed me Senje. But my name is also Siana. I'm so excited to be here. As she has said, I'm a fresh mind. Basically, I speak out my mind.
Really?
So, and we are here.
Really? Where have you been? All along, we've been planning like since forever. We need to do this. But finally, thank God you showed.
Yeah. I've been around, alive, existing. In my
You just told me by the way you went to the gym.
Yeah.
Unafanya nini gym?
I look good naturally. I'm naturally toned.
So what are you doing in the gym?
I'm just there for my mental health. I don't want to be
Mental
a serial killer or something,
Whom do you want to murder?
There's a statistics that says that was done that a woman is highly likely, 10 times likely to kill someone in their house.
Says someone who lives alone with geckos. Anyway, so in today's episode, allow us to dive deep into what has been going on in our country, Kenya. And like we've had so many stories trending here and there. And I'm just so delighted to talk about it and hear what you guys have to say. So, uliona your story, this couple?
The Maangis.
Yes. Oh, they've been trending like literally for quite some time. They did this, they normally do some YouTube episodes of their life, what their marriage life is and how it is to be like a couple. They've been married for a number of years, and it just dawned to me, wanawake, where is the bar? Where is the bar?
The bar is not there. Like, even if you try to chimba all the way
the bar is not
to
there.
hell, even in hell, the bar is not there. Even the devil is wondering, where is the bar? Who stole the bar?
Because why? How would a woman pay her own dowry?
Yeah. And then they're like also tolerating that level of disrespect. Personally, I really felt so bad for her. Look, even at the comments that man said, it's kind of like, it's a prank, but then it's something that this person wanted to say, but he's saying it as a joke.
I don't take pranks lightly. I normally feel like someone would want to tell you what they honestly think in the back of their mind via pranks, or even like when someone says something in the name of it was just a joke, or like they use a phrase like assuming, or sometimes maybe they get too drunk and they hurl insults at you and say sort of stuff, and then for you be there thinking, oh, it was just a joke, but I don't take that like lightly. So if you ever prank me, bro.
Yeah, because even usually sometimes some of the subtle hating comments usually come in terms of jokes and all that. And we're not speaking about also the romantic relationships, even in friendships, even with your relationship with your parents, your siblings, and just everyone around you. Yeah, if someone ever says something in a joking way, something that is backhanded, don't take it lightly.
Just know they meant that.
They meant that, yeah. And I really felt it for that lady. And in as much as she's the one,
she's beautiful though.
She's gorgeous. In as much as she paid for her dowry. She even
did you come across this episode of her admitting that she's the one who made the move?
Chikaisha tukatoka hapo nje, ilikuwa sasa time ya photo session. Mjua sisi tunajua nani Emi peke yake ni mimi, Nelly na Emi. Those are the only people who know. Hao watu wengine si hatuwajui. So kwa photo session fika, mimi nikasema huyu kijana nitakuwa kwa hiyo picha yake, na wasichana nawaambianga jitume.
Okay.
Juu ile kujituma nilijituma. Mimi huyo wakipiga ilikuwa Eston ndo alikuwa ameshika selfie.
Mimi nilikuwa nimeshika.
Kuna umeshika na kuna Eston. Nilienda nikajiweka hivi nyuma yake.
Photo bombing at its best.
Nilijiforce. Ushajiforce kwa picha. Nilijipost kwa hizo picha. Nikakuwa kwa selfie. Mnadhani bado aliniongelesha? Si kuongeleshwa. Watu wa Nairobi wakatoka nje wakapanda matatu na wakaenda.
Namba.
So guys, hiyo ndio nikacho. Yatima wa mapenzi, lakini hoi hahi. Sasa tukatoka hapo. Then in school I used to have kwa SD shule nilikuwa na leadership position fulani. Sasa nikajiambia nitainvite kijana sababu yetu ndio kuja preach. Nikiminvite itakuwa opportunity ya us meeting and talking, you know, as I invite him. Mimi huyo bidii ya mchwa nikaenda nikamtext Instagram. Niliona FB hapo na friends alikuwa na friends wengi. Plus alikuwa celebrity wa SDA. Alikuwa na wabishi wengi. So nikaona nikitext FB ataona text yangu nikisema kani Instagram.
Possibility niko na hi.
Nikamwambia hi blah 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 so umeacha girls ya habibi Sabah I would like to invite you to come and minister. Alinijibu na yeye. Blue ticks nazo. We. Si blue tickiwa. Nakwambia guys wenye nilijiambia. Kijana akona kiburi kwa sababu ako TV.
Yeah.
Where was the bar?
The bar was in here. I don't know. It don't. One thing. For me, I might have a crush on someone. Wacha nikufe na hiyo crush. I'd rather die with that crush than approach someone and tell them that I like them.
Are you sure?
No. I would never do that.
That's a story for another day. I think we need to talk about
men
that.
Men embarrass you.
Men are good people.
Yeah, there are. What I believe is there are good men out there, but there are also devils out there. So,
I thought the devil is resting in, you know.
Where?
So this lady just confessed, like she's the one who made a first move towards the guy while the guy was still working with him. I think must be some television station within Nairobi. And then she liked the guy and she's like, you know, I like you. And then the guy decided to go with the flow. And then even towards to a point where they really wanted now to settle down and they were like, we need to tie a knot, wedding, walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
Do you know the funny thing? Now, at this point, I don't even think the bar was in hell. I think somebody just burnt the bar.
That's what I'm saying. Someone stole the bar.
Because why would she be the first person to contribute money for the wedding?
Yeah.
My thinking, I feel like men should be the one to fund a wedding.
Yeah, basically that's it.
So them opening up an account and they're like, we want to wed and this is the budget.
Yeah.
And then the first money to be submitted to that account is from the lady. Makio, it's her first job. This is the first job she's ever gotten, her first salary, and all the money, boom, to that account.
And of course, he started working before me because I was in school. So one of the things he used to constantly tell me was, I cannot wait uanze kulipwa ndio nione utafanyia nini mshahara yako. I cannot wait. He kept on telling me that every time. I think ulikuwa nadhani nita waste na
nini. Of course. Baby girl, viatu, bags.
Yeah, because now I was not in the workspace. So when I started working the month that actually he came to our home to see my parents. And now when I received my first salary, alikuwa tu ananiangalia akingoja aone huyu msichana atafanya nini na hii pesa. Yeah, and I remember for my first salary, hata sikuguza bob, I put it on our wedding savings. I didn't even take a shilling of it. Clap for me. Yeah, so I think we've had open conversations about finances to where we are. I am happy.
So how she was able to manage her finances then pretty much gave me the confidence that, you know what, I think I found myself a wife.
And then this is the trial, the exam the guy used to determine whether this lady can be a wife material. The moment she just put in the money, all the money she had earned, the guy was like, oh, so she's a woman I would want to marry, you know? And then that is not enough. They are here married, doing a life together. You know, sometimes life has its ups and downs. Sometimes you get married and you really want to have kids. And everyone would love to have kids. For those who like kids like I do, they really want to have kids. You know? You love kids?
I do love kids that are not mine.
This one, the bar just the ashes to the bar, the ashes to the bar just got poured in the ocean. I am wondering, Auntie Seje, who did that? Anyway, so they're also doing this.
I love other people's children.
We listen.
We judge.
No, we collapse. At this moment, we collapse.
You become the judge and the executioner.
this may just collapse.
Yeah.
Because no. Anyway, so they are now here like doing episodes of their day-to-day activities as a couple. And can you imagine the kind of a prank the guy pulled on the lady? He just goes ahead to tell this lady, like it's kind of like, to me, I'll take it like mocking and like literally looking down on her motherhood and what have you, like being just open and saying in a prank video that everybody has sired kids. My mom
sired me.
And then like
that's so disrespectful, honestly. And you like, you don't have to use my fertility as a woman to justify what you want to say. Like that's a very disrespectful way of speaking to someone. Also, even my physicality, like alimwambia nanuka mdomo. This is something.
But what if it's
you know I don't kiss you. You know, you don't say that on camera. That's something you're supposed to.
But it was a prank.
Again, umekuwa too comfortable. How brush meno yako as often.
Unataka kusema uje nione nikibrush meno?
Una brushing but to brush as often.
Acha kushout.
Okay. Babe, mdomo yako inanuka. Change.
Me, honestly, don't agree with you.
Change.
Like, I change what?
Babe, so babe.
Because I brush my teeth and my tongue and you see it often.
I'm telling you, umekuwa too comfortable. Umekuwa too comfortable. The thoroughness ulikuwa na brush na meno, you're not doing it anymore. You're having bad breath. Chakula na baki kwa mdomo. Mbona just sometimes unaanza usiko. Sometimes usiko kwa because ile zakoni ile baba packed lunch ko
Nikiwa nimelala. Ngongo.
Okay. Mimi nishakwambia. Change. I'm on a celestial or No, see, I've been telling you the truth, babe.
I don't feel like that is the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
It's not the truth.
So, nina force ukiwa na bad breath. So, nivumilie ukiwa na bad breath nisikwambie.
You still have bad breath.
Oh, realize, babe, sikuwa siku kiss as often. I don't kiss you as much.
Wow.
The reason I don't kiss you as much is you uko na bad breath. Sometimes nashinanga hata kuambia babe uko na chakula kwa mdomo.
That's why I'm saying if someone anataka kukwambia ukweli, they use pranks and jokes. So if this is someone who really loves
you. It was just a prank.
Yeah.
Why are you taking it too personal?
I'm a very personal person, and I'll say it. If this is someone who really loves you and cherishes you,
you feel like they need to have that behind.
You call your person kando, mwongee kando nyuma ya tent, mwambie by the way, wewe unanuka mdomo.
But I still feel
like even like just say it in a loving way, outside, not on camera. There's no way if I have a problem with someone I love, whether my friend or anyone, alafu niende nimwambie vitu in front of a camera, ama in public. I say out loud their shortcomings.
But then
that's not love.
But then come to think of it, if all along she even cried.
Yeah,
she went ahead and even cried, and she's like, babe, why do you really have to tell me this on camera?
Yeah.
I feel like you're being personal, you know?
True.
And then I'm like, if you feel like the guy is being, why are you still there?
That's the question.
Or the guy, like why is she there?
Even I think also for me, for the fact that she went ahead and paid for her dowry. I'd say women, let's sometimes stop acting out of desperation. If you see this person is not making any moves or wants to move the relationship further, you don't have to go above and beyond to prove that you're worthy. You know, the more you're proving yourself, the more
someone once said if they wanted to, they would.
And it's true.
So if the guy like literally wanted to marry this lady,
these creatures never waste time when they want you.
Men are good people.
They are good. Because they're good ones. They never waste time when they want you.
What did men do to you? You have to tell us what did men do to you. Because at this moment I feel like
when these people have set their mind, anasema ni huyu nataka kukoa, acha uende uingie chini yao. They will
leave,
follow you.
even leave
They
that
will follow
alone.
you the same way God followed Jonah akamrusha kwa mnini ya samaki. This man will come for you and he will get you.
But then that's true, considering like even the other day we had this story of Trevor. You know Trevor? Trevor, this the ex-boyfriend
director?
Yes, Trevor the director.
Ah.
He dated Mungai Eve for years. They grew a brand together.
Yeah.
And where was the battle?
So that's it. One thing I know about guys, akikuta, when he wants you in his life,
He will do whatever he's got to do to make sure.
Hata ujifishe chini ya kitanda, he'll come for you. Huku nje they show and say, oh, I cannot simp. With the right
simp.
person.
Men simp. men are symbiosis.
Hey, with the right person.
I didn't know that.
No, they are.
I always
don't
feel
go
like it should be an effort from.
Yeah. Also, yeah, because for a relationship to work, it has to be both sides. You get. But then, for men, a man who actually wants you in their life, this person will simp. I don't know me. I'll go for a simp. Maybe if you come here with your nonchalant attitude, I also
You want to win Senje over
nonchalant demons.
symbiosis.
Nonchalant demons out the door.
Symbiosis.
Yeah.
Senje loves symbiosis.
Because I'm also a simp. Yeah.
I thought your bar was here.
Yeah, when my buy, yes, my buy is here, but once you're able to like break that wall, I become a simp. I become very stupid.
How do you simp?
So I was jolly.
Sorry for another day.
Where it's
don't
detrimental to the brand.
I didn't expect that. But let me hope the buy is
the buy is
functional.
The buy is very functional, and I'm still
at some point where you have to run. Murife.
My God.
Nice.
We are done.
Anyway, that was just that. The Maangis story. It is actually a devastating pictorial representation of who a wife should be in the society we are living in. It makes me question whether the bar is still there or it was burned and the ashes thrown in the ocean.
Yeah,
it also makes me wonder whether we still have the kind of men who used to exist in those, like I would marry a traditional man, a man who understands like he's supposed to be a provider, he's supposed to be a leader, and what else? Protection.
A man who's just a man. Don't have to even name that. A man who is Ephesians chapter 5 man.
You didn't tell me.
A Proverbs chapter 31 verse 1 to 9 a man. A Proverbs
I think I need to read the Bible
chapter
more.
31 verse 3 man. A Proverbs chapter 31 verse 31 man.
Man, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Senja has specifications, and on top of that, symbiosis is the way to go. So if you can't simp.
Do you know God loves women?
Not men.
No. You know, if you read the Bible,
God loves us all.
God usually women's prayers ukisoma they were answered, but men there's some who never answered. Nakumbuka ile story ya David and Bathsheba. Alimwambia aje, I will kill that baby.
Senje.
And then David akaenda akaomba akavaa hizo magunia but what? God still did.
Senje. Anyway, that's a wrap. It was yet another segment of Kush Moments podcast. Women, take care of yourself out there.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Don't let these sons of Pharaoh.
Sons of Ahab.
Do not let them do it. Know what your how do you call it?
What?
You should know what your value is, and
your worth.
How I pray that you end up with a man who values you for what your worth is. I was Paula with Senja Siana. This is another episode of Kush Moments podcast.
Bye.